Tianhai City. The Tianlong pirates began to plunder everywhere. Tianhai City is too big. Although important resources are basically collected by several major forces, but no matter how hard they found it, they couldn't open the shelter. A group of pirates who were accustomed to naval battles in the southern waters didn't know how to open the reinforced concrete that was difficult to blast even with missiles. The shelter of Zhang Yi's family has attracted the covetousness of many pirates because of its tallness and gorgeousness. They used various weapons outside to try to break through, but they couldn't even break through the wall. At this moment, a deafening sound suddenly sounded outside. A pirate cadre turned into a 5-meter-tall cyan giant and began to violently charge at the main entrance of the shelter. The door didn't move at all, but the sound of the impact was frightening. Inside the shelter, Uncle Yu and everyone hid on the underground floor, using surveillance equipment to check everything outside. Zhou Haimei and Yang Xia looked worried. Uncle Yu held a machine gun in his hand, his body was wrapped with bullet belts, and his face was full of majesty. Once any danger occurs, he will be the first to stand in front and give others a chance to escape. Zhou Keir said calmly, "It's okay. They can't break the shelter's defense, and Zhang Yi and the others will be here soon." Even though everyone trusted the shelter's defense capabilities, they still couldn't help but feel uneasy. These pirates have no humanity and leave no trace of chickens or dogs in their path. In the original battle between the major forces in Tianhai City, some humanity might still be retained, and those who had no power to resist would not be killed. But with these pirates, it would be foolish to take any chances. Zhou Keir was calm on the surface, but also a little anxious on the inside. She quickly called Zhang Yi to explain the situation here. At this time, an armed helicopter flew straight across the night sky and arrived over Tianhai City. After getting the news about Zhou Keir, Zhang Yi couldn't help but frown. He immediately ordered the pilot to land the helicopter at the coordinates of his shelter. They are here to kill pirates anyway, and it doesn't matter where they come from. Zhu Zheng has already said that on the battlefield, Zhang Yi is the supreme commander. The pilot immediately followed the order and flew towards the junction of Xishan District and Lujiang District. Soon after, the pirates who were still excitedly attacking the shelter were surprised to hear the roar of a giant dragon coming from above their heads. They looked up and saw that it was not a giant dragon, but a huge armed helicopter. Boom! A deafening sound appeared in mid-air. The giant mutant head exploded instantly. Zhang Yi changed his ammunition very calmly and then aimed at the second person. The huge white sniper rifle thundered in his hand, and killing the lower-level mutants was not much different from ordinary people. However, in order to save bullets, he only killed mutants among the pirates. Baili Changqing took the lead and set off. There were still hundreds of meters above his feet. He shouted, "Let's go!" Then the whole person fell down like a cannonball. Others followed. There is no suitable place for a helicopter to land below, but it does not trouble these top mutants at all. In order to avoid becoming a living target in the air, they chose to jump out of the plane directly with enhanced mutants and other mutants. Only Meng Xiu stayed with Zhang Yi. Her function was to investigate and treat, not a martial arts sect. Even Yang Xinxin joined the battle on Flower. In Zhang Yi's sight, Yang Xinxin rode Flower and began to test her ability. In the direction where her hands were pointing, two pirates suddenly pounced on each other, strangled each other's necks, and then died together. Yang Xinxin smiled happily. Zhang Yi looked around her, and once he found a threat, he helped her eliminate it as soon as possible. There are more than 100 pirates around the shelter, including 5 mutants. Seeing this group of people falling from the sky, they had no fear. After all, they were people who licked blood from the edge of a knife and were used to life and death. So they picked up their firearms and started shooting. Baili Changqing took the first step and took out 2 black weapons from the weapon box. behind his back and assembled them together. It was a huge Fangtian painted halberd. The painting pole is painted with gold, and the dark halberd body is decorated with deep golden patterns, which looks very domineering. He did not dodge in the face of the pirates' volleys of fire, and ordinary bullets fired at him were not even enough to scratch his body. With just one dash and slash, the dozens of pirates in front of him were cut into two pieces like hemp rods. Bailey, Chang King himself, was a little surprised. Are these pirates so weak? Originally, he thought that the pirates roaming the southern seas were at least somewhat powerful, but I didn't expect it to be so weak. But if you think about it carefully, it's quite reasonable. After all, the southern sea area is full of weak countries. Even if dozens of countries are integrated together, they are not as powerful as the Jiangnan region. Therefore, such a group of pirates is enough to dominate one side. But when they really encountered a foreign special force from a big country, they became a bastard force. Boom! Another deafening explosion sounded on the battlefield. Bailey Changqing raised his head and found that the head of the mutant who was attacking him had disappeared. It dawned on him. Looking around, I realized that everyone among the pirates who showed supernatural powers had been killed one by Zhang Yi from high altitude. Bailey Changqing couldn't help but swallowed. Even he didn't dare to catch the holy silver bullets shot by Zhang Yi, who was using Lei Shu, and needed to be careful to avoid them. So to deal with other mutants, it's really one shot at a time. Who says thermal weapons can't deal with mutants? As long as the mutant uses his ability to shoot bullets, it will be difficult for the mutant to deal with them. The Tengu team led by Zhang Yi arrived in Tianhai City. The first stop is naturally his base camp. More than 100 pirates were wiped, out by the Tengu team in less than a minute. Bailey Changqing grabbed a tongue. Meng Siu stepped forward and injected him with a shot of truth serum. Soon, the tongue told Zhang Yi and the others all the information about the Tianlong pirates. They are at Chaoyu Harbor. Our captain is Canute, the captain of the 4th Division of the Tianlong pirates. The man captured alive was a bastard, and the information he revealed was useful, but not much. Zhang Yi asked him about the strength of the 4th team, and he just said that it was very powerful and had few opponents across the southern seas. This statement rings true to him, but to Zhang Yi, it was like bullshit. These fish bellies in the southern seas have not seen many real masters. Zhang Yi looked at Bailey Changqing. Bailey, what do you think? Bailey Changqing thought for a while and said, according to the information obtained by the district, the team coming is the 4th team. Captain Canute. The rating given by the intelligence system indicates that he is a Delta-level mutant with a power index of 8,000 points. In addition, there are 4 members among his men whose strength is between 4,000 and 6,000 points. But he pointed to a body in the crowd. There is a cadre who you have killed with one shot. Zhang Yi thought for a while after hearing this. The information given by the district was correct. Among the 3 invading enemy teams, the enemies in Tianhai City were the weakest. There was no way. After all, judging from the headquarters algorithm, Zhang Yi was weaker than Tu Yunli and Gao Changkong. Coupled with Zhang Yi's familiarity with Tianhai City, he was asked to deal with the enemies here first, and then go to Linhai City to join the Samsara team to solve the problem of the eclipse. Then let's go directly to Chaoyu Harbor. This battle must be fought quickly, and Linhai City is the main battlefield, Zhang Yi said. As he spoke, he turned on the satellite phone and spoke to Chen Jingguan. Although Chen Jingguan has hid underground, many monitoring equipment are deployed around Chaoyu base. What's the current situation with the pirates, Chen? Jingguan replied, about 70% of the troops are out searching for supplies, and the remaining 30% are in the harbor area. They seem to know you are coming, so they are relying on our old defenses to set up an ambush. After getting the information about Chen Jingguan, Zhang Yi felt much more at ease. The pirates are mostly a ragtag group, not a professional army. Therefore, after arriving in Tianhai City, the first thing they thought of was to rob supplies. At this time, 70% of the Tianlong pirates' strength was outside. So those who stayed at the harbor base were definitely a small number of elites led by Captain Canute. Judging from the intelligence provided by the district, it will definitely not be a problem for their Tengu team to eliminate the 4th Division of the Tianlong pirates.